Hi everybody, it's RPG Grandma. Like, subscribe, comment, and it's belated Monster Monday, so it's Tuesday. I said I was going to do Monster Monday, but I didn't want to do something normal, and so I have a different idea to approach today. The movie The Blood of Dracula, 1957, black and white, B film. Okay, peoples. And the reason I'm being that specific is there's another Blood of Dracula, totally different film, totally different monster. And yeah, it's everything you should expect from Warhol, the 70s, and Italy. Strange, weird. Really, it's not rated R, it's rated X as far as I'm concerned. And that's not the movie I'm doing today. We want a monster. We want an interesting monster. Didn't really find Warhol's Dracula interesting. Did not. And I found his movie, as usual, disturbing slightly. But the movie we do want to talk about and the monster in it and how you can have something different. So, there's spoilers, but please watch the movie. Black and white, 57, Blood of Dracula. I will not tell you the ending. So, boarding school. Young lady gets sent to boarding school with the other young ladies, aka teenagers. And it's an all-girls school. And, of course, she's the new girl there, so you know how that goes. And they have an all-female staff. And, of course, they have a science teacher who happens to be a mad scientist. Yep, she's a mad scientist. There's no getting around it. She's our villain. Now, our villain also dabbles in the black arts. Yes, good combo. So if you're playing a more realistic setting, this is awesome. If you want to do some of this 50 styles horror, go ahead, go for it. Make her a magic user and a scientist. In whatever system you're using, figure out and make it happen. Now, this she has a talisman, and she keeps a book too. So she's got her experiment lab stuff. Because you do that if you're a good scientist and if you're a good magic user, experimenting. So, naturally, the girl becomes her victim through a variety of means, including hypnosis, and I think girl's also exposed to her mad scientist substances she's created. And the goal is to turn the girl into a bioweapon. Mm-hmm. And why are we doing this? Are we doing this for world domination? No. We're doing this for money? I mean, 007 villains, they like money. No. And world domination. I guess it could be world domination. But, it's to make the world a better place. Which is totally what teachers tell you. When I went to school, when I asked them why they became a teacher. Oh, I wanted to help make a difference, make the world a better place. Somebody who wrote that screenplay must have had a teacher like that. I must have asked that question. Anyway, so by getting rid of the insane proliferation of weapons, and how's she going to do it? By making the worst weapon possible, a bioweapon, turning people into weapons. So that's what happens here. So how does this have to do with your monsters? Because the monster is cool in the sense that it has aspects of a werewolf and it has aspects of a vampire. Watch the film. I'm not going to say the special effects are great. Just watch it. You'll see. And that means if anybody were to witness this transformation, they might say, oh, I think it's a werewolf. They might say, no, the fangs. It's a vampire. Misinformation. It's awesome. And with a title like Blood of Dracula, blah, blah, I was so expecting a traditional vampire film, take somehow. But no. So our little guinea pig, she changes into this thing that rips people's throat out. Now, in the movie, they're just finding like the after effects. Timmy's dead. Susie got murdered. And the police can't tell if they're dealing with a slasher, a serial killer type person, or an animal that's, they need to find and kill. So, again, misinformation. You leave lots of information that makes the players investigating murders so that they're constantly guessing. Is it a person? Is it an animal? Is it a lycanthrope? Is it a vampire? Is it something else? So that they're guessing, and that, they're finding the clues, because monsters are more than just something for your players to go kill. They're things to capture. They're places of information, mystery, magic. All right? So what this episode is about is rethinking how to use your monsters, and can you create a monster that skirts the line between other monsters that the players know, that has aspects of other monsters that the players know, so that they, when they sit there and rack their minds about what they're dealing with, they're off base a bit. They're still investigating, getting closer to figuring out what's going on, but tracking down the critter, whatever. But creating hooks and plots and mystery before they have the final confrontation. And the question here is, who are you going to have the final confrontation with? The girl who, like, if you were to use this whole movie as an adventure somehow, who is the victim? She's a victim too. Or the actual villain, the mad scientist / magic user, who has their little tome of scientific and magical experimentation, plus their potions and substances, their science, and what she's been doing, and all the skills that she uses. She uses hypnotism and her substances and stuff that she's using on people. And you could really run with it. I am sorry, my throat is not better. So, that's where I'm going with this, is you want to create monsters sometimes, well, a lot of times actually, that are unique, or a unique spin on a pre-existing monster, so that it stays interesting. And a monster like the one that's in Blood of Dracula, it kind of defies the thing, because they might, well, you could have like some of the transformations happen on a full moon, but then they happen on a night with no moons. And they're like, well, it can't be a lycanthrope, right? So you keep them working it, trying to hunt down who's killing everybody in the village, for instance. Why are some of the villagers suddenly becoming cold? Is it they think the players aren't? Or is it maybe the cold NPC who used to be really friendly is actually figuring out that they're the ones killing people, and that the villain is responsible, and, they don't want to hurt their friends. So that's Monster Monday. Like, subscribe, comment, go watch the film. I don't want to tell you the ending. Have fun. Eat some popcorn while you do it. And think about how to create a monster that confuses your players just a little bit, while they solve the mystery of who's killing who, wherever type of